ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जयो श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, welcome to the Bhakti Shastri class. Chapter 16, Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga, the divine and demonic natures. Shri Radha Govind ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. What is the connection between the chapters 14, 15 and 16? In the 14th chapter, we have seen the modes, that is Sattva-guna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna. And among the three gunas or the three modes, it is the Sattva-guna which we have to develop, that is Gunatraya Vibhaga Yoga. And in the 15th chapter, it is comparing the material world to a upside down tree, the upside down tree of spiritual world, and upper branches and lower branches. It can be divided into the upper branches are the good qualities and lower branches are the lower qualities like the animal life. Then 16th chapter, now at present, we are going to describe the divine and demonic qualities. Now this divine and demonic qualities are the fruits of the tree that we have studied in the 15th chapter. 15th chapter has told about the tree. 16th chapter is talking about the fruits of that tree. That is the this divine and demonic nature. Daivi Sampat and Asuri Sampat. In the 16th chapter, totally there are 24 shloka. The first three shloka, 1, 2, and 3, it is talking about Daivi Sampat or Sampadam Daivi, divine qualities. And 16.4 on 4 to 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they are talking about the Asuri Sampat or demonic qualities. Now let us start with the first one, that is Daivi Sampat. So in the 3 shloka, we can see these 26 qualities that are described. Krishna, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Lord is describing. Abhayam sattva samshuddhi jnana yoga vyavastitihi danam damascha yajnascha swadhyayas tapa arjavam. Ahimsa satyam akrodha tyaga shantirapaishunam daya bhuteshvaloluptvam mardavam hrira chapalam. Teja kshama dhriti shaucham adroho nati manita bhavanti sampadam daivim abhijatasya bharata. These are the 26 qualities that a divine person or a devotee should develop. The first one is fearlessness. The fearlessness comes when a person is completely dependent on the Lord. When we understand that everything is in control of Lord, then the fear of life will go away. Purification of one's existence by following the rules and regulations prescribed by the Shastra and Guru. Cultivation of the spiritual knowledge, that is Jnana Yoga Vyavastitihi. By cultivating spiritual knowledge, we will understand the purpose of life. And Dana Damascha Yajnascha. These are the qualities for Grahastas, that is giving charity for the spiritual activities, and self-control, controlling the senses, and performing the sacrifices. These are the qualities for the Grahastas. Then Swadhyaya Tapa Arjavam. The Swadhyaya, that means the study of Veda. This is for the Brahmachari life, for Brahmacharis. Austerity, it should be performed with the body, with the mind, and with the tongue. There are three types of austerity that are described. The austerity in three modes also it is described. Then simplicity. Simplicity means to be straightforward. There is no duplicity. Then non-violence. Generally, non-violence means not killing some other living entity. That is the general understanding. But Prabhupada has given another meaning for this ahimsa, means to say not checking one's progressive life. When we kill an animal, we are stopping or we are obstructing the progressive life of the living entity. So that ahimsa, non-violence, has to be practiced. And truthfulness, not lying for personal interest, for getting any personal benefit. And freedom from anger, even in the provocating situations. That is the freedom from anger. Renunciation. What is true renunciation? Giving up all the facilities that we have is not the renunciation. The real renunciation is using whatever we have in the service of Krishna. That is the real renunciation, Yukta Vairagya. And tranquility, unagitated, peaceful, and always equipoised. That is the tranquility, Shanti, Shantir. Then Apaishunam, aversion to fault finding unnecessarily. Then compassion, Daya Bhuteshu, compassion for all the living entities. Freedom from covetousness, Aloluptvam. Gentleness, Mardavam, gentleness towards all the living entities. Modesty, no abominable activities to be performed. And steady determination, Achapalam. Even in the failure situation, one should not get agitated. Then for the Kshatriyas, the quality is vigor, protecting the needy, and forgiveness for others, and fortitude, mental and emotional strength. Cleanliness, internal cleanliness in the mind by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. External cleanliness, the body, by taking bath. Freedom from envy, Adroho, and Na Atimanita, from the passion for honor, expecting any respect from others. This should be avoided. So these are the 26 qualities that are described as Sampadam Daivim, Daivi Sampadam, divine qualities, the qualities which are present in the demigods. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with the divine nature. After describing the Sampadam, the Daivi Sampad, Krishna will continue to describe the other qualities, that is Asuri Sampad. That starts from text number 4. Dambho darpo abhimanascha krodha parushyamev cha ajnanam cha abhichatasya partha sampadam asurim. What it says? Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, O son of Pritha. Now, what is pride? Dambha. Dambha means want to make a show of religion even though the person is sinful. That is the definition Prabhupada gives for pride. Pride means to show something externally even though I don't have that quality internally. That is the pride. Arrogance, pride in one's having wealth or education, all these facilities. By that, the person gets the darpa, that is arrogance, and conceit, desire to be worshipped by others, abhimanascha, or conceit. And anger, krodha, anger for small issues, and harshness, rough language using in front of others, that is the parushyam harshness. And ajnana, ignorance. What is ignorance? If somebody is not able to discriminate between good and bad, the whimsical action, then it is the ignorance. These qualities belong to those of demonic nature, O son of Pritha. So these are the demonic nature Krishna is describing here in the text number 4. And also there is demonic quality described in text number 21, where he is telling Trividham narakasyedam dwaram nashanam kama krodhas tatha lobha tasmadetat trayam tyajet. These are 3 gates for the hell, so leading to the hell, that cause the degradation of the soul. They are lust, anger, and greed. So one should give up these 3 qualities as well because they are demonic in nature. Anybody would like to read can raise their hand. Madhuri Mataji.
The word abhijatasya in reference to one born of transcendental qualities or godly tendencies is very significant. To beget a child in a godly atmosphere is known in the Vedic scriptures as Garbha Dhanas Samskara. 16, 1.3 purport.
Thank you.
1 to 2, 3. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So these qualities of demonic demons, it is there by birth. Whatever karma, the activity, the reaction that the child has from its previous birth, it will be carried for the next life also. But in the very childhood, when the child is very small, these qualities may not be visible, may or may not be visible. But as the child grows up, when the situation is favorable, then these kind of qualities will be visible in the behavior of the person. So that is the name. That is why it is said here, Abhijatasya. The word Abhijatasya is used in the 3rd shloka ending, Abhijatasya Bharata. That means by birth, these qualities will be coming. Now, Garbhadana Samskara is the process, or it is a samskara, where the parents of the child is inviting a good soul as their child. So how this is done? There are certain things to be performed, especially Srila Prabhupada says the husband and wife both should chant minimum 50 rounds, 50 rounds, and then perform this Garbhadana Samskara, so that a good soul will become the member of their family. And when the child is having good quality, like a devotee child will be born, and that child will make the parents to go back to Godhead. That is the Garbhadana Samskara. So if we are not following Garbhadana Samskara, then there are chances of getting demonic children, the children with demonic nature, demonic qualities. Those who would like to read can raise their hand. Sumana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. These demoniac qualities are taken on by them from the beginning of their bodies in the wombs of their mothers. And as they grow, they manifest all these inauspicious qualities. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. When the environment is not favorable, when the child is very small, it may look very cute. But as the child grows up, these qualities will be visible. But Krishna is giving one assurance to Arjuna here. That is, Ma Shucha Daiva Sampadam Daivim Abhijatosi Pandava. Now Arjuna may be thinking that, am I born with some demonic quality, because I'm going to kill now. I'm going to fight with people, and I'm going to kill our own men. So Krishna is assuring him, Pandava, Arjuna, you don't have to worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine qualities. You don't have demonic qualities. That is, Krishna is assuring Arjuna. His involvement in the fight was not demonic, because he was considering the pros and cons, not acting under the influence of anger, false prestige, and harshness. Therefore, Arjuna is not a demon, or he doesn't have demonic nature. He is following the instructions of Lord Krishna, so he is a devotee. He is born with the divine qualities. Now, Krishna is explaining about continuation, the demonic qualities. Dvau bhuta swarge lokesmin daiva asura evacha daiva vistarasha proktaha asuram partha meshrunu. Now I have told you about the demonic qualities, the divine qualities in detail. Those are the 26. Now you can hear about the demonic. In this world, there are two kinds of created beings. One is called the divine, and other one is demonic. Now, this is one of the example that Prabhupada is describing what happened in the West when he was doing the kirtan in the temple. Those who would like to read can raise their hand. You can keep your hands raised so that I can easily take. Yeah. Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Loke asmin daiva asura evacha. So they do not like people in divine nature. They will tolerate all kinds of noise, barking of dogs, the motor car passing, the aeroplane on overhead. But as soon as there is kirtana, they are disturbed. They'll tolerate so many different types of noise, but they will not tolerate kirtana. Hare Krishna.
Continue, Mataji.
In the morning at 7 o'clock, we used to hold our class, and there was little sound. Immediately the tenants from upwards, they'll come down and complain. Sometimes they will call for police. And on the street, 2nd Avenue, there's always big trucks and motor cars going on, heavy sound. Then in your country, the garbage carrier sound, the digging sound, so many sounds they'll all tolerate. And as soon as Hare Krishna, oh, it is intolerable. This is demonic. Bhagavad Gita 16.7, Hawaii, February 3rd, 1975. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So this is one of the demonic qualities where people are able to tolerate the machine sound or the vehicle sound, but they cannot tolerate the sound of the kirtan. That creates noise for them. This is because the demonic quality that is there within the heart, it is not allowing them to take up. Because when the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is heard, the demonic quality will go away. but that demon which is there within us, it is not willing to go out. So it is telling the person, you stop that kirtan and somehow you go away from these people so that I can be with you always. This happens even for us also. When we are chanting, we feel sleepy because we don't have interest or we don't have taste in chanting. Or when we are reading some book, we feel, oh, I read for half an hour, I'll read for 1 hour. That becomes very big for us. I read 1 hour of Bhagavad Gita. But for other activities, we give so many hours together, but we don't care for it, or we don't consider that it is also big time I have given, either for my WhatsApp or any call or TV or cricket. Now it's going on. So these so many hours we spend for these things that we don't consider it as a waste. But if we are sitting and reading Bhagavad Gita for 1 hour, we feel that, oh, I have done some great job. But actually, we should do it. It is our duty to read Bhagavad Gita every day. So that is also a kind of demonic tendency, the nature, which will compare the reading of Bhagavad Gita as very tiresome work. You need to have a lot of effort, but the time spent is less than compared to other activities. There are 24 hours. We are only spending 1 hour. It is not a big deal, but we feel that we have done something very Herculean task. That is also because of lack of taste in reading books or any other spiritual activities. People, they go to any other parties, but coming to temple means they have to put lot of effort. They have to convince themselves, then they'll be able to come. So the activity becomes more painful. The transcendental and demonic qualities are described from 1 to 6. Then demonic nature 7 to 18. And results, what is the result of these demonic qualities? 19 to 24. So totally there are 24 shloka in this chapter. Now there is a exercise here. From the newspapers, find examples of Sampadam Daivam, Sampadam Asurim, Ugra Karmanaha. You can give some references also. Those who would like to read or those who like to speak, you can raise your hand. Would you like to have a group here, breakout room, or will you speak directly? Your choice. Because reading newspaper, or if you know any activities, any good or bad activities that you might have heard, you can describe. Gunashri Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Shall I do a group, this one, breakout room, or?
Yeah, Prabhuji, breakout group will be good.
Okay, so there are how many people? I'll make 3 groups. And you have to discuss about these things. What are the Daivi Sampad that you can see in the current scenario, newspapers or anything you heard? Any good activities? Sampadam Asurim, Asuri Sampad, the demonic activities that are happening in this world, that you get many more. And Ugra Karmana means doing lot of activity, Herculean task, but the result is very small, or it is unnecessary waste of human time. That is Ugra Karmana. Hope it is clear for all. Anybody has any doubt, question any not understood the question? Activity? Okay, then we'll have 3 breakout rooms. You have 3 minutes for discussion, 2 minutes for presentation. Hope that is enough. Okay, welcome back. Those who would like to start, you can raise your hand. Gurunath Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yeah,
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
This is what we have discussed in this group session, Prabhuji. So
Yes.
in Sampadam Devim, in newspaper there is one column like speaking tree, where all the spiritual knowledge is given, Prabhuji. Or some charity work somebody is doing, that is detail is given. So that is like Sampadam Devim part, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yeah, Sampadam Asurim is news related to murder. Somebody is robbery, and those are related to that Sampadam Asurim part, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
And Ugra Karmana in that part, some filmy news or news related to sports, Prabhuji. That is what we discussed, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Anybody else? Yeah, Sumalata Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranams. Prabhuji, the construction of Ram Mandir, Ayodhya Ram Mandir is a Daivim Sampada, Prabhuji. And the Asurim Sampadam is, we could not differentiate as Ugra Karma and the Asurim Sampadam. And that is watching cricket match and so much of stock market news and everything, Prabhuji, related to that stock exchange and all that.
Thank you, Mataji.
And Ugra Karma is that the wars going on between different countries. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anybody else? At least 3 people should talk. There were 3 groups.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Prabhuji. So, like, Daivik is like they are building Ram Mandir.
Yes.
And Asurik is like the many wars going on, like the Gaza, Israel wars. And Ugra Karma is like they are building new and new weapons to safeguard the country.
Yes, correct.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
So, Daivi Sampath, that anything which makes the society happy, it is all coming under the Daivi Sampath. The all social benefiting activities, they can considered as the divine qualities. And spiritual spiritual activities that is happening in the temples and the charities, all these things, we can take it as the divine qualities or the Daivi Sampath. And demonic qualities means anything that puts somebody into trouble. A person becomes happy by creating problem for others. That is all demonic qualities. That is the quality of demons, that creating problem for others will become the cause of their happiness. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a person called Vena. Vena was a demon, means he had a demonic quality, that in the childhood when he was playing, he used to kill the children who were playing with him. He used to throw the children into the well, and from that he was getting a lot of pleasure. So that is the one of the demonic quality. And Ugra Karmana means the present society, the modern civilization is a Ugra Karma civilization, because we have made our system into so complex that we are not able to breathe good air. For getting some small comfort, we have given up so many things that we had already in this nature, destroying the nature, cutting the trees, building the big buildings, and making the roads. All these things are Ugra Karmana. Ugra Karmana means it will take away all your energy that you have for performing devotional activity, for spiritual advancement. You are just using it for some material benefit. So those all are Ugra Karmas. Continue our discussion. Now, what is the result of this Asuri Sampat? What is going to happen? So Krishna is giving the reaction for that. (16.9). Sorry, 19. Okay, before that, there are some more points we can discuss. Do Bhuta Swargeshwar. Okay, that is over. Next, seventh shloka says that Pravrittimcha Nivrittimcha Janana Vidurasura Na Shaucham Na Pichacharo Na Shaucham Teshu Na Satyam Teshu Vidyate. A person, okay, just a minute. Those who are demonic do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanliness nor proper behavior nor truth is found in them. These demons, they don't know what is good for them, what is good for others. They, even though they want to do something good for themselves or others, they will do the bad only. For them, all good things will look like bad, or bad things will look like good. So they cannot help the people, rather they will destroy the system. Then they say that this world is unreal, that there is no foundation and there is no God in control. It is produced of sex desire and has no cause other than lust. This is the modern scientists. They say that there is no cause. This world has come by accident. There was some big bang, it happened, and gradually the evolution took place, and now we have come into existence, the human being. So small cells came together and they decided to make human being. So like this, some idea is there. Whatever they say, they have some justification, whatever knowledge they have. But the main idea here is the demonic tendency that is present in the heart of the person. They just want to say that there is no God. For that, they make all this story. Because if they agree that there is God, then they have to accept the instructions that God has given. If I say that there is government, then there must be a law also, law of government. And if the law is there, then I have to obey that law. But if I say that there is no king, there is no government, there is no law, you can do whatever you want, as you like. So in that way, the people will exploit this material nature as they like. They kill the animals, they make the slaughterhouses. They can now, within few seconds or minutes, they can kill so many thousands and millions of animals and produce so much of meat. And there is nobody stopping them, because for them, this is all just some matter, something to eat. This soul concept doesn't exist. So anyhow, it's a meat, they can just have it and they can survive themselves. So if they agree that there is God, then there is a soul, and they have to stop all these activities. It is just like a child is just ignoring the parents or ignoring the higher authority, and he just want to play, or he just want complete freedom. In the same manner, that atheism that is present in the heart of it is present in every person to some extent, But the demons, they will glamorize it, and they will make the philosophy out of it, and they just want to prove that there is no God. Following such conclusions, the demonic, who are lost into themselves and who have no intelligence, engage in unbeneficial, horrible works meant to destroy the world. As they don't know what is good, what is bad, they will only end up in destroying the system. The demonic, taking shelter of insatiable lust, pride, and false prestige, and being thus illusioned, are always sown unclean work attached by the impermanent, attracted by the impermanent. A person who cultivates spiritual qualities, divine qualities, they can give divine products. They have divine environment. They'll create a divine environment or a good environment for the betterment of everyone. Now, if the person is demonic, then he will create the environment into a demonic environment where nobody can live peacefully. If you tie 10 dogs together, then nobody can live there peacefully because they are dogs. They bark each other. But if you keep some 10 cows in a shed, they'll be peaceful. They will not make any noise. That is the difference where the Sattva-guna and Tamoguna or Rajoguna. The mode of goodness, it is divine. The mode of passion and ignorance, that is demonic. So in this way, the demonic, they take shelter. If a person has to get some good fruit from a land, if you want to grow some vegetables or fruits, then you have to cultivate the land. That means there is a need for a person, a farmer is needed. But if you just want to grow some weeds on the land, then just leave it like that. There is no need of any intelligence. So one who takes to the knowledge of Veda, the Guru Sadhu Shastra, he is cultivating the land, cultivating the field. And what is that field? The field is our own life. In our life, we will learn what is good, what is bad from the manual of life that is given by the Lord himself in the name of Veda. Veda means knowledge. Whatever it is described in the Veda, that is correct. What is described as wrong, that should be avoided. But the people are not interested in that, then they will spoil their life and they get into trouble. Satyam apratishtam, asatyam apratishtam. That is the 10th one. 11, 12. Then what happens to them, those who are following such kind of life? Then what happens? Chintam aparimeyam cha pralayantam upashrita kamopabhoga parama etavaditi nishchita. They believe that to gratify the senses unto the end of life is the prime necessity of human civilization. Thus, there is no end to their anxiety. Being bound by hundreds and thousands of desires, by lust and anger, they secure money by illegal means for sense gratification. We can see the many countries, those who have colonized the poor countries and looted all the property from them, but still at the present moment they are also in economic crisis. Because whatever we do as a demon, if we are encroaching upon others' property, it will not last long. But even though the people who were got victimized by these people, but still they are able to sustain themselves because they have maintained the divine qualities with them. So what we can conclude is the real protector is the Lord himself. If you're taking shelter of the Lord, he will always protect us. And if you are taking the shelter of this irreligious activity, then it will destroy us first. Then it will destroy others also. The dharma, the word dharma means dharayati, one which can possess, or one which can give shelter. Even among the demonic people, they need morality. For example, if there are 5 people who robbed a bank, robbing is immoral. It is not good activity. But when they got all the property, and then they are distributing among themselves, they say that we should distribute equally. That means you need morality in distributing the property among yourself. You are the very property what you have got is coming from the immoral activity. It is demonic, but you want a moral activity, or you want to sustain yourself through morality. Just like if you take the example of Prahlad and Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu was asking the Prahlad to obey his father. You should listen whatever I am telling. Don't chant the holy name of the Lord. That means Hiranyakashipu also wants dharma. To follow the instruction of father by the son is dharma. The adharma is not like even by demons also. The adharma is always destroying. Either it is for good people or for the demonic people. It will destroy everyone. So it is always good to have divine qualities. The demonic qualities, it will kill the demon himself and also the people who are depending on them. It is only giving the result of destruction. That's why it's called Chintam Aparimeyamcha. They will get into anxiety, unnecessary anxiety. Their senses will not be under control. Finally, they will end up in the hell. Next, what is their goal of life? Idamadhyamaya labdham imam prapse manoratham idamastidamapi me bhavishyati punardhanam asaumaya hata shatru hanishye chaparanapi ishwaroham aham bhogi siddhoham balavan sukhi. So what they do, the demonic person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future, more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemy will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect. I am powerful. I am happy. I am the richest man, surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices, I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. So making money, sense gratification becomes the goal of their life. Now continuing further, thus perplexed by various anxieties and bound by a network of illusion, one becomes too strongly attached to sense enjoyment and falls down into a hell. Self-complacent and always impudent, deluded by wealth and false prestige, they sometimes perform sacrifices in name only, without following any rules or regulations. Bewildered by false ego, strength, pride, lust, and anger, the demon becomes envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated in his own body and in the bodies of others, and blasphemes against a real religion. So they don't know what is real religion. They will blaspheme it, and they will create their own philosophy, which will be demonic. Now, for such people, what is the destination that God has created? That we will see now. What is the destination of such demonic people? This shloka is like Krishna is showing some anger towards the mischievous children. Just like the parents show some anger towards the mischievous children when they go out of control. So Krishna is using the same word here. Tanaham dvishata kruran samsareshu naradhaman kshipamya ajasram ashubhan asuri eshva yonishu ashurishu eva yonishu. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demonic species of life. We can see the pictures here. Whatever desire you have, those desires will be fulfilled. You want to become, you want to show your anger like this, you will get the body of a dog, or a poisonous frog, or a shark, or a crocodile. So they all have the facility for creating trouble to others, or they can catch the other living entity, they can bite, or they can torture them. So then material nature will give them the facility for doing all such activities. Anybody would like to read? Can raise their hand. Sumalata
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji. Result of Sampadam Asurin. Therefore, in the material existence, we find so many species of life, animals, insects, men, and so on. All are arranged by the superior power. They are not accidental. As for the demoniac, it is clearly said here that they are perpetually put into the womb of demons, and thus they continue to be envious, the lowest of mankind. 16.19 purport. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Next, Krishna is talking about there are 3 gates for the hell. That is, Trividham narakasyedam dwaram nashanamaatmanaha kamakrodastatha lobha tasmadetatrayam tyajet. There are 3 gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give up these, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. So there are 3 gates for the hell. If we have these qualities within us, it will take us to the hellish life. Now, what we have to do with to solve this problem, that is also given here. How we can give up our demonic tendency, that is by following the scriptures that is given. Those who would like to read can raise their hand. Penaja Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Rise oneself at least to the mode of goodness. One has to rise himself at least to the mode of goodness before the path of understanding the Supreme Lord can be opened. One remains in the ignorance and the passion, which are the cause of demonic life. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So Sattva Guna, that is mode of goodness, is very conducive for spiritual practice. If we are in the mode of ignorance or mode of passion, the practice of spiritual life will become very difficult. The mode of goodness is like a runway. It is very conducive for spiritual practice, so that one can take off to the spiritual life. But remaining in the mode of goodness itself is not spiritual. One has to raise above the goodness, but coming to goodness is the primary requirement. We should give up the qualities of Rajoguna and Tamoguna, and one has to come to the mode of goodness. Gayatri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Without coming to the platform of Sattva Guna, nobody can advance in spiritual life. That is a fact. Just like nobody is allowed to enter the law college unless he is graduate. This restriction is there. What he will understand law, he must be a graduate. So similarly, first of all, one has to come to the platform of the Sattva Guna, then spiritual knowledge begins. Bhagavad Gita 17.1 to 3.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So Sattva Guna is the prerequisite for practicing spirituality. So today we have learned the objectives like understanding overview of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16, and links with previous chapters, that is 14 and 15. Significance of the word Abhijatasya in relation to imbibing divine and demonic qualities. Some of the preaching applications, like the destination of those who develop demonic nature with reference to the Bhagavad Gita, and identify the examples from current affairs, and Examples of Ugra Karma from current society at large. Anybody would like to read the final slide? Madhuri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So those godly characteristics are there. Either you practice yourself to come to the godly characteristics, or there is a simple method. If you take to devotional service, all the godly qualities automatically come. This is the process. So in this age, to develop these godly qualities is very difficult. But if you take to Krishna consciousness by the simple method, by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, then automatically you develop all the godly qualities. Bhagavad Gita 16, chapter 2 to 7, Bombay, April 8, 1971. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvai gunais samasate sura. Haro abhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena sato dautabahi. Anybody who practices Krishna consciousness, all the godly qualities will be developed within that person. But a person who is not having divine qualities, or one who is not practicing Krishna consciousness, he has haro abhaktasya kuto mahadguna. He doesn't have any good quality, because manorathena sato dautabahi. He is just following the instructions of his mind. Even if he looks like a good person in the society, but if there is a opportunity for performing sin, the person will take advantage of it, because internally the cleanliness is not there, only external appearance. Because of fear of the law of the state, he may look some decent person, but if the tendency for performing sinful activity is there, there is always danger of falling down. So the process is to practice Krishna consciousness by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra and read the scriptures and understand the purpose of life. With this, we have come to the conclusion of today's session. Anybody has questions, they can raise their hand and ask the questions. Any questions in today's session? Okay, no more questions.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, in relation to today's topic, my mother is chanting 16 rounds of Japamala daily.
Okay.
But at the same time, she has interest for other, after doing that 16 rounds, she'll just keep on watching any other videos, serials and all that, Prabhuji. And she's so crazy about the match also. She was watching today's match also without missing. She soon completed her 16 rounds and then she was watching the match. So I was thinking, and I was, how can I say, Prabhuji, like?
How long she is chanting?
Since a year, Prabhuji.
Okay, that it will be there, but gradually it will go away, those tendencies. But if also the person, if it is doing the spiritual activities just as a ritual, then it may take more time to get some effect.
Main thing is she does not have that devotee association also. So how we are so fortunate to be in the association of devotees. She's not getting that chance, Prabhuji. Moreover, the language is a problem for her. That is a barrier. And whatever we know, we have told her to chant. So that and all she's doing. And Narsimha Kavacha also she does. That's it, Prabhuji. So, and she takes prasadam also.
Okay, you give her some more activities so that she gets engaged in that.
Like, Prabhuji?
Like you can give some books for reading, and after some time you can ask her what you read in that book, what you understood, like that, so that she will, it is just to change the engagement. Then she is free now, so she does like that.
Sure, Prabhuji. Okay.
Yeah, or else
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you can check what are her interests. If she is very good at cooking, then you can ask her, can you make some cookies for me, like that, and offer to the Lord, like that. You can ask some engagement
Sure,
which is related to Krishna. or if she is interested in anything, craft or gardening, you can encourage her to grow some tulsi
Everything.
plants like that.
Okay, Prabhuji. Sure, Prabhuji.
Some
Anything in
activities.
connection to Krishna.
Yes, yes. So just put some more activities on her so that she will give up the other one.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Dandavat pranams. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Anybody else has questions? Okay, if there are no more questions, then we'll end the session today. Next session will be the 17th chapter next Sunday. I thank all the devotees for coming to the session and actively participating in the discussions. All of you, please give the attendance. Mataji has already shared in the group. Yeah, I thank all the devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.